So now you can hear me. Mais vous m'entendez bien ou vous entendez plus le vent? How's the sound now? Yeah? What the fuck? Attends. Si vous m'entendez avec les écouteurs, regardez les écouteurs. Problem is there's a lot of noise. So everybody's hearing me well? This must be some. That's the thing with the sun is setting exactly in front of me, so I'll probably be in the shadow in a bit. Yeah, I was saying it's funny that every time. So hey, welcome to Club Shada, episode number 40. 10 episodes to number 50. I think 2 days more on a holiday, and then I'm going back to Lisbon when I can go back to my normal setup when I have everything figured out. For now, I'm still using the iPad, and I want to say hi to Vanda Latina. Thanks for the heads up about the sound. Captain Enoch, what up? AJ, what up, bro? Time I show my face. I heard it whenever I feel pretty good. Good luck, bro. What up, Jason Tavares? Villa, Carla. Ça va, j'espère que ça va. J'espère qu'il n'y a pas trop de vent. C'est comme il y a du vent. Sinon, au pire, j'irai dans la chambre. C'est pas un problème. What up, Kwame? You love my zoo? Thanks. I like it. CVBs, what up, brother? Yeah, so I'm getting a little bit early. When I'm in Lisbon, usually I don't go that early because I'm always waiting for the house to be silent before going online. But since I'm on holiday and since I'm on holiday, what up, Kelina? Since I'm on holiday, I can come here early. It's the wind that make the iPad. Okay. Oui, Vanda, je me remets bien, je me repose beaucoup. C'est pour ça que je suis parti en vacances une semaine. So yeah, listen, I just wanted to, as always, come here and meet on the live. What up, Sips? Vanessa, Kaysha, c'est Vanessa, mon ancien contestant. Hello, Vanessa. Ça va? So, what I wanted to talk to you about today, and of course, discuss with you and have conversation, was the problem with the internet today. The problem with these people on the comment section. And I really don't understand why people are this way. People have opinions. It's normal. But the social media of today, and the worst part is, this is contaminating the world like normal media, radio. People don't agree to disagree anymore. People don't agree that somebody can have a different opinion than theirs. People don't even want to know about your opinion. And this is what I say. You cannot be religious with your opinions because you could be wrong. Nobody wants to accept anymore. Listen, wait a minute. Before I continue, everybody click on the like. I want to see likes on this video. A lot of likes. And exactly what you're saying, Sis. There's so much toxicity. Listen, the way people talk in the comment section, if they were talking to you when you have a conversation about anything in the street, they would get punched in the face. They would get slapped in the mouth. And people, because they are behind their keyboards, they forget to have any civility. They don't agree with you on something. They think insulting you before giving their opinion makes them right. They think that being inflammatory, being very toxic in the comment sections it makes them right, or they think that having 1,000 people who are wrong with them makes them right because we have the numbers. And it kind of get hard for most celebrities and most people to give their opinions about anything because every group, and when I say every group, I'm talking about every single fucking group. The gay people, the trans people, the every everybody else that call themselves everything than a man and a woman, the women, the African women, the Jews, the Muslims, the Catholics, the gamers, the feminists, the Afro feminists, the politicians. The worst part is that everybody has taken these bad habits of not being able to express an opinion or listen to somebody's opinions and contest their opinions without trying to cancel them or without trying to insult them or without trying to bully them. We are now entering the age of ignorance. I mean, we're not entering. We've been there for 10, 20 years. But it's gotten worse. This is a real age where everybody wants to be ignorant and everybody wants to believe that whatever they believe can only be the truth, and anybody that challenge their opinion is an enemy. The conversations I have all the time with my friends, when I have conversations with Bodyside, when I have long conversations with Jack, when I have conversations with Elijah, when I have conversations with beat makers, producers, people of my industry, it's not me talking by myself. It's me, or when I go to Twitter, I give my opinion, and this is my opinion. But I respect the fact that somebody can disagree with me. And if somebody disagrees with me and explain to me why they disagree, because I'm not religious about my opinions, I have the possibility to listen to what they say and to change my opinion or to add something to my opinion or to add some facts that I didn't know to the reality that formed my opinion, and not just be there saying, oh, this is like this. It's like, and the worst part is that every group, like I was saying, has words to annihilate the conversation. Mashki Zomba, I'm still here for another 2 days. So tomorrow let's meet in Portimao, in the middle. Or tonight. Fine, as you wish. And every group invented some words to prevent the conversation from happening. So the Jews, for example, if you have a debate with them or you say anything, like you have a critic about something that they do, whatever, they will just put anti-Semitism on you, and the conversation is over. Same for the Muslims. Same for the Africans. You want to say anything about something that the Africans would do bad or whatever, or some habits that you don't like or whatever. Racist. The feminists. You want to say to mansplaining. You the gay people. Wow, homophobic. Like you cannot joke, you cannot have an opinion, you cannot say guys like and all these groups who used to be and sadly who used to be the victims as they were minorities, because they formed groups on the internet, they are all becoming bullies. On the internet, you cannot joke, you cannot do a gay joke, even if it's obviously a joke. You can have like 10,000 people who start whatever you tweet, they put 5,000 comments down there. This is bullying, and people are now playing with the mental state of other people. And what happens is that a lot of people now, when they want to post something, they think, am I gonna have this group bullying me? And then they're like, you know what? Nah, let me not tweet about this. And it happens to me all the time because sometimes I have opinions about stuff. Let me give you an example. The president of Mali just was there've been a coup, a successful coup. They arrested the president of Mali, and the army took control of the country. So it is a country that is um, a democracy. Africans are all obsessed with the idea that all their countries have to be democracies because the French or the Europeans told them, yeah, you have to be democracies for us to give you money. But I don't think democracy is for us because yeah, it doesn't go with our ways. That's my opinion. Uh, it's my opinion, and it doesn't mean that my opinion is religious. It's an opinion. It can change. I formed this opinion because of things happening. What up, Elise boys? Hey, Carla. Yeah, exactly. So exactly, Sips. The comment section has emboldened it and amplified the stupid and evil. Because I listen, crazy. Give them some power that they never had before, and now they feel like they are the ones. So now you hear, and you have um, so you have a coup, and I see a lot of people, a lot of Africans who are usually in France, a lot of people from Mali, from other countries, they're in France, uh, and they all here saying, yeah, the people have spoken, power to the people, well done, guys. We are freed from, but this nigga was not a dictator. He's a president that has been elected, and he's been elected by the people. Oh, the sun is setting. So he's been elected by the people. Do I have a light here? Oops.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, this president has been elected by the people. Malcolm Beast, what up, brother? So the president has been elected by the people in a democratic way. So if you believe in democracy, and of course, if you believe in democracy, I do believe, I'm sorry, there's some wind, I hope you can hear me well. If you do believe in democracy, it means that you cannot agree with the fact that a president, even if there's corruption, there's problems. I'm not saying that. I mean, I don't know the situation enough to comment about it. I'm just saying that, just in a broader way, if you believe that this country is a democracy now, and that the president has been elected in a democratic way, and he still has 2 years to do as his mandate, you are supposed to stop being in the street forever, trying to remove him, and organize yourselves so that at the next elections, you remove him from power with your vote. This is how it works. Democracy. But then you see all these people who are here saying, yeah, well done. Listen, in France, France had thousands of people in the streets for 6 months, destroying the economy before coronavirus continued to destroy it when it was the yellow vest movement, right? So you had the yellow vest movement, and everybody was saying, yeah, Macron, démission, like leave. But the army didn't go and take Macron out of the government. Everybody would be like, yo, what's going on with France? Like, yo, this is a deny of democracy. So I think that people should make up their mind. So I go on Twitter and I say this. I went on Twitter and I said, yo, guys, I believe that this whole thing should have been debated in the ballot. Like Sips is saying, this should have been at the end of your term. Get out of here. And if there's some corruptions and stuff, yeah, you have judge. You're supposed to have to create all this, and not always do everything in the streets. And this is really my problem with a lot of African countries and a lot of my African brothers, is that because of this way of being of everybody, you want democracy, but in the same way, you don't want democracy. You only want democracy to win. You only want democracy because you're in the opposition. Once you are in power, you don't want to leave power anymore. Once you are in power, you don't believe in democracy anymore. And maybe it's not for us. Maybe our tribalist way, and maybe we should invent something that works for us. Listen, look at all the Americans and everybody after Black Panther came out. Everybody was here, Wakanda forever. Like, oh yeah, this is the Africa we want. Oh, I want to be T'Challa, Baba da 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 da, wow da da vibranium, my ass. Listen, this is not a democracy. Your dad dies, you become the king. This is not a democracy. This is a monarchy. And so people need to stop romanticizing everything and being religious about their opinions and not being able then to change. So to go back to, and so I went to Twitter and I talked about this. So, you know, just a few tweets. I was like, oh, listen, I don't know if we want democracy or not. And I had a lot of people telling me that's true. And I also had a lot of people being like, you know, as always, coming with the flames, like, oh, so the fun thing when you're a singer, when you talk about politics or you talk about something that is not singing, you have a certain type of people. They start with, oh, you should go back to singing, or oh, you only did one hit, so you should shut up. And I'm like, what does it have to do with the conversation? And usually my next thing after asking myself this question is block, 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 block. So these people, I don't talk to them, I'm not interested. But then some people will come with, yeah, but this happened. I say, I understand, but it happens in the other countries too, and this is why you have judge, and this is why you have a justice that is independent, or you try. So either we go full democratic and we find something that is a democracy but our way, because listen, I don't even know why everybody want to have a democracy that looks like the French one, with a prime minister and this and that. Like, this is for the French, it works for them. The Greek have something else. The UK have their parliament and the queen. The Americans have a republic, and they have how many? 50, 56 or 52, or less. Don't take my word for it. Number of states that are independent and they work together. They are like it's more like an alliance of, and these become the United States. And everybody has their different thing that works for them. And I believe that as African, we have to do something that works for us. But anyway, that's not the point that I'm talking about. I'm talking about opinions. Listen, one of my very good friend and an artist that I work with for a long time, she's called Sumia, and we are politically completely opposite. She believes in things that I find ridiculous. I believe in things that she finds outrageous. Um, she's more like a complete leftist. I'm a capitalist. But when we have political conversations, I learn a lot from her, and she learns a lot from me, because we have debates. They can be heated, but we never disrespect each other. We talk to each other, we give each other opinions, and we go back and forth. And sometimes she's gonna say something, and I'm gonna say, yeah, on that one you're right. And she's gonna, and I'm gonna say something, and she's gonna be like, yeah, fuck yeah, true, on this part, yeah. Or I can say, oh, listen, I voted for this guy that you hate, and yo, I'm super disappointed as a voter because this, but hey, da. And we have a conversation about it. I'm not like, no, my guy is good. Even if I see my guy fucking up completely, I'm like, my guy is good. And she's like, oh, no. And then we just like and nobody listens to each other. What's the point of being in social media, a place where people can give their opinions, if every time you give your opinion, you have 10 people who just insult you in the comment because they disagree, because they didn't learn? Listen, I'm in a bar, I'm here talking with a friend, I'm with Bruno tomorrow in Portimao. We're here talking about my Kizomba, and I say something about Kizomba, and some virgin fella come from nowhere and say, now fuck you two guys, you don't know shit about whatever, da 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 da, and you only had one hit, and I hate you, da 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 da. You guys are idiots because Kizomba should be like that. What would be happening would be my hand doing this. Pat! Get the fuck out of my face, because nobody asked you to come in a discussion if your mama didn't raise you well. And I think this is what's missing in all the comment sections, in all, and this is why on Twitter I don't follow a lot of people. I don't on Instagram. I don't let people who don't follow me comment on my posts, and I block a bunch of people. It's not that I want to do censorship, but if you are not well educated enough to be able to say I disagree because this, so I can reply to you. You have interesting points, but actually I had a conversation about Mali, and I said something, and somebody replied to me something, but yeah, he just gave me his opinion. I'm only in roses. He just told me, yeah, but you know, this, and I said, yeah, okay, of course, I understand. I completely agree with that. But if it's a democracy, this is not the way to do it. You don't do it from the streets. You do it just like, listen, France was there in the same turmoil, but the president is still there until the end of his term. When his term is over, we French people will go to the ballot and decide if we keep him or we take somebody else. And but people, and he replied to me, yeah, you're right, that's true, I completely agree. And on the premise that if we are a democracy, this is the everybody hates. I mean, half of them not. I mean, some things are ridiculed. This country has lost a lot of clout and a lot of respect of the international community because it's just a circus. But all the policies, the international policies, of course, because all the countries are interdependent, they affect me. But because I'm not an American and I'm not affected directly by his decisions, his politics, I cannot hate him. I just look at what he does. I don't know what is more cinema, what is more reality show, what is more politics. I think from far away that he's not fit for the job because he doesn't respect the job of being the president of the world first power. But other than that, I mean, to me, Trump, Kanye, I'm just like, yeah, look at these idiots from far away. That's how I see them. But I don't hate them. Why would I hate them? You see what I mean? But everybody wants to be in just antagonization of everything all the time because nobody wants to believe that their opinions could be wrong. And I talk to a lot of people in my life. Let me look at the comments. Which life? I don't know what you're talking about, Malcolm. Give the beat back to the guy. Malcolm told me a story. I laughed. Malcolm is inside novellas right now with his beats. What's up, comment section? Lane Diana. Kaysha, ignore this ignorant, jealous person. We adore you, whether you have your opinions as a musician, politician, or father and husband. Thank you. But you know, people, it's not that, it's just like, because they don't have nothing to say sometimes, that's what they say. They're going to say something ridiculous about your because there they have no arguments. I love having conversations with people who have arguments. It's less boring to have conversations with people who have arguments. I love, like, on my comment section on my live, I love having people who have their opinion and we talk about it because it's a conversation. And I don't come to the world thinking I know everything. I know what I know, and I have my opinions about the things that I know. But there might be an information that I don't have, and because I don't have this information, my opinion is formed based on information that are incomplete. And maybe somebody give me one information, and then all of a sudden I'm going to be like, oh, so it means this cannot be this, so this goes here. And this is because I'm not religious about my opinions. And that's exactly what I'm saying. Don't be. Some people, like, look, Trump told Americans don't wear masks. You don't need that. And half of them are yelling when you tell them to put a mask. They talk like if it's a denying of their freedom, and they go crazy about it. When, yo, it's just the scientists are saying something, and 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 you don't need to be religious about it. Just learn. Just maybe not listen to one person. Read a little bit about it. Go to see opinions. Go and see what CNN says about it. They're on the left. Go to see what Fox says about it. Read a little bit. Uh, Go to see what scientists say about it. Go to see what other countries did, and then form your opinion and decide for yourself. And but because now America, for example, but not just America, France, I mean even in Africa, the real world has become like a YouTube or a Twitter or an Instagram comment section. People, everybody wants to give their opinion about things that they don't know nothing about, and everybody wants to treat each other like they are on Twitter. And so listen, if I'm 46, if I'm with my mama in a restaurant and she sees me talking the way people talk on Instagram or on Twitter or on YouTube section, comment section to each other, my mama would slap me because she would be like, I didn't raise you like that. And that's all I'm saying. I'm not saying that when I say something, I can only be right. We all make mistakes. We all can be wrong about something. Like, and by the time we grow up, by the time we get older, by the time experience come to our lives, we not bien. By the time we experience, when you are 18, you have opinions about stuff. After 10 years of experience, you might have completely opposite opinions about these things, because yeah, this is life. Things might happen and change your thing. You might think, oh, all this group of people are all X, and then for whatever reason you're forced to live with this group of people in their country, and all of a sudden you realize, like, no, like everywhere you have good people, bad people, interesting people, not interesting people, and then your opinion changes, and then you become more I believe the world is more gray than black and white. This is my belief. Some people, they need the world to be black or white because it helps their politics, it helps them to exist, because they need to have an enemy, or they need to be in a cold war with somebody. Some people, that's the way they are. Me, life showed me that, you cannot be certain about nothing. You cannot be certain about the loyalty of the most loyalist people around you might become pieces of shit once they get money. Like, some people, they are poor, and as long as they are poor, they are a certain way, and they pretend, and they are honest, brutally honest, when they say, I will not change. The day I make money, the day I make a hit, I will not change. I will be like this. You will always be my guy. Ba 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 ba. And then they become famous, or they make a little bit of money, or whatever. and all of a sudden they change. And it's not that they were lying to you, it's that if you never had money, you cannot say I'm gonna be like this when I have money, because you don't know. Listen, um, I've never been a millionaire, but I probably made, oh, I don't know. Did I ever make? If I count all the money I made in my life, did I reach a million? I don't know. Uh, yeah, probably. Uh, but if I made, if I made 1 million every year, or 5 million every year, or 10 million every year, how would I become as a person? Would I still waste my time doing live shows? Who knows? Maybe I would, because I believe I don't do it for the money. I do it because I want to share stuff. I want to share opinions. I want to have conversation with you guys. But if I make a million every month, and all of a sudden I have enough money to do everything I want, whatever, whatever, will I continue releasing songs that made me nothing compared to the million I make every month? I can say today, yeah, of course, I'm not gonna change and this and that and that, and I'm gonna be like this, and I will. Me having a chauffeur, no. But then you have a million every year, and now all of a sudden you can be a certain way, and the only thing that can save you or make you better or worse is your education. And I really believe that because you don't know, it's better not to say I'm gonna be like that. I met a lot of people who, when they had nothing, and even after still having nothing but just being famous with nothing, they change from, like, they completely change just because they can fuck groupies, for example. Like, people have a tendency to pretend that they're gonna be something when they don't know. And unless you have been famous, you don't know how you're gonna be when you're gonna be famous. La jalousie, c'est quelque chose. Hey, haters are so stupid. Yeah, 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 yeah. Everybody put some hearts in the comments. Yeah, so you see, it's a very interesting thing where I hope, I mean, me, I hope, and I know that my education will make me. I had an education that was strong enough and that was good enough that, because of the respect I have for my parents and the education they gave me and the values that I already have, if I become a billionaire at 46, um, I'm not gonna change that much. I'm just gonna be able to do a lot of the things I have in my head. I'm gonna be able to travel more. I'm gonna be able to have a different house. I'm gonna do a few things that I want to do anyway, but I'm not gonna transform into, I don't know, some guy who does orgies. But who knows? Like, you see what I mean? Because I've never been a billionaire, and I'm not gonna be there pretending stuff. And a lot of people, listen, they just talk about things they don't know, and they have strong opinions about things they don't know either. And this is scary in this world. What do you think, Kenny? Comment ça va? So yeah, that's my opinion about it. I would love to have your opinion. What do you think? Do you like? Have you ever been confronted to those people who are absolutist about what they think? And you know what? The funniest part is that sometimes the same people who have absolute, I didn't even say, wait, I didn't even say to Twitter that I was not. Let me tell Twitter. Sí, mi amor. Hello, mi amor. Ça va, mon amour? Hello. Acabasse de nadar, meu amor. Huh? So yeah, you know. Um, Asia, não, não. Pode sentar aqui. Sim, meu amor. Okay. Vamos virar, velho. Não quer saber. Olá. Tu vais fazer o teu live? Okay, so now it's Asha's live. Olha, mami tá te chamando. Deixa. AJ, what I consider constructive discussion and critical thinking is disappearing. Preach, brother. But for that reason, I chose to protect my own sanity by not engaging or keeping my opinion when I see things going away. Yo, bro. That's deep. I completely agree. It's sad, but that's a conclusion I have had to come to. Bro, I completely agree. There's a lot of conversations where I'm like, you know, sometimes I want to comment about something on a website or a channel, and then I look at the comment section first, and I'm like, do I really want that energy? Nah, I'm not interested. Bye. And sometimes if the conversation is constructive and you can have like, and you are talking with people who obviously are intelligent or just, sometimes those intelligent people become dumb because they're on YouTube. But I mean, you can see the difference. Like you can see the atmosphere when you are talking about something, and depending on who you are talking to, a lot of people understand that the world is not black and white. The world is shades of gray, and yeah, we can talk about the different shades that we are on, and yeah. Look at this. Ooh, ain't that beautiful? That house is amazing. So I'm in the bedroom right now. I'm in the last floor. That's where my bedroom is. iPad's down. Can't wait to be back in my studio. And yeah, sometimes if the conversation in the comment section is not worth it, I don't even need to comment, because why? Like, and I think the good thing too is that because I have my platform, and my platform I can have my opinions, and I know that the people who are on my platform are not crazy. Maybe because it's a small platform for now. Maybe when it becomes bigger, then I'm gonna have a lot of stupid people coming in the comments, but they're gonna be blocked, all of them, one by one. I have all the time for that. Kélina, je comprends un peu, mais pas tout, car je ne maîtrise pas encore l'anglais. Ah, ma petite. Mais tant que je peux, tant que je peux voir mon film en direct. Ah, c'est gentil, Kélina. Je vais faire un live en français, sûrement la semaine prochaine. Je ferai un live, ce ne sera pas Club Shada, parce que Club Shada c'est anglais, mais je ferai un live conversation philosophique avec ma meilleure amie. On va parler un peu des sujets, les cours, les hommes, les machins. Ce sera complètement en français. Sauf si I'm scared that this bird shit on me. Oh, Chris, il n'y a pas de Kélina sans Chris. Comment vas-tu? Oui, je profite des vacances, je me repose beaucoup, vraiment, je me repose beaucoup. Elise, what gets me are those people screaming about their rights and freedom are the same one discarding other people's opinions and rights. Yo, that is so true. Like, and they scream like if their life was in danger, but they are always dismissing others people's opinions, and they believe that their right to have an opinion is your right to not have one. And sadly, I believe that the fact that the internet rendered the general media, TV, news, um, kind of obsolete in terms of all the money is going to Facebook and Google, and those people to survive, they need to have content that create clashes. They need to have content that is that make people feel something, and because of that, in the last 10 years, everybody has become very angry about everything. But everything you can be angry about. Should my dog be able to shit in the park? And boom, they go crazy about it. That's a nightmare. What's the temperature over there now? The summer cooler than in Lisbon. Summer in Lagos is I think is in the south is always a little hotter than Lisbon. Today we had 30 degrees Celsius. It was very hot. The swimming pool is the water is super hot. Now it's nighttime. It gets chilly at night. It's 22 degrees. Me, I love it because it means that I don't need the AC. And yeah, it's actually great. Hey, Redune, what up? It's funny because I'm used to doing Club Shada late at night, like 4 to 5 hours from now. So people are not used to my Club Shada people are not. The Shada gang is they're still sleeping or they're still hustling. But I mean, it's interesting to do different things sometimes. I should try one late at night, maybe from my bed. I was to see. Yeah, so I really believe that people should stop being so anal and so religious about their opinion because it's not worth it. You should just um, enjoy and listen to the different conversations, the different opinions out there, and form your opinion. You cannot be there and decide that you should not be there and believe that your opinion is gospel because it's not. It's impossible. Your opinion is your opinion. It's yours, and it's good that you have one, but you have to understand that it might differ. It might differ from other people, and once you understand that, your this might change your life. Actually, this might uh, enrich you. You listen. You get wealthier if you are able to listen to two opinions that are completely different. Like and as a person who is in, in the leading group of population or the rich or whatever, you should be able to listen to the opinion of the poor people. And as a minority or a group that feels that, yeah, your government is not caring about you, etc., you should also be able to listen to the critics and not always say that everything that you are criticized for is the fault of the government because yeah we act like savages because we've been let down. No, you act like savages because nobody raised you, and some people should be able to listen to this too and not take everything bad that has happened to them as an excuse to not change. Everybody changes. We all changes as we grow up. We all see the things we were doing 10 years, 20 years before as completely stupid, or 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 we realize that some things that we did 10, 20 years before helped us get there, and we see that a lot of our opinions completely changed. Like every like I cannot fathom the number of things that I was thinking that completely changed. I had some opinions that were radical about a lot of things, and now I'm like, mm, there's a lot of yes and no. There's a lot of there's an also with time. There's also a lot of yes. There's a lot of things that my opinions might not change about them. But there's also a lot of things that it went this way, others went that way, and others stay in the middle. There's a lot of things that hey, I don't know, and but a lot of people, I think, the lack of education make that a lot of people come and have come to open their mouth. And sometimes there's nothing to like. Some people have nothing to say and should just shut up and learn. It's not because there's a comment section that invites you to comment that you should comment. Those social networks are making a lot of people ridicule themselves, and maybe because they can have pseudonyms, like pseudonyms, and they're anonymous. A lot of people are just freely expressing stupidity or what they feel inside, or a version of what they feel inside that is not filtered. Uh, but either way, some people should not talk. And some people might tell me, no, Kaysha, I disagree. The great thing about the internet is the freedom of speech. And me, I'm like, yeah, listen, I used to think that when Twitter started, I was there. When YouTube started, I was there. Um, I bought Kaysha.com in '96, so I've been on the internet for a long time, and I've been in the rap freestyle boards, the discussion boards. I've been in the I've seen ICU, MSN, uh, and then all of them get killed by WhatsApp. Uh, I've seen the Palm Trios. I've seen Nokia. I've seen a lot of things, and at the same time, it is true that thanks to the internet, I make a living because I can create content. I can broadcast to the world where no TV would have let me do a show called Club Shada. What is Shada? you know. Uh, so in a way, yeah, a guy like me who's nobody in the world can have an opinion for his 500 people watching. So yeah, it's great. But the problem is there's a lot of guys like me who should shut up. But that's my opinion. Um, and a lot of people, they they just add a lot of noise to the conversation. And what I learned to do, because maybe it's just the fact of being humble, something that I learned to do is I learned to, when I don't know about something, I learned to watch and shut up and get some opinions. And if I give an opinion about a subject that I'm not completely, uh, I don't know completely about, I will talk about what I know. I will talk about the little bit that I know and try to add my 2 cents, but I will not try to sway the conversation in one way or another. And maybe I will learn what I'm talking about, and then I will have a conversation about it. A lot of people, my problem here is that a lot of people, they have no clue what they're talking about. That's just my problem. And this is why a lot of people, yeah, and then they have opinions that they don't want to change. Like they become religious about their opinions, and I don't understand why. Opinions are opinions, and they are multiple, and they should be multiple, even if you believe that. For example, I'm gonna give you something controversial. Controversial. Let me read the comments first. Let me read the latest comments first. Don't worry, I'm watching you watch. I'll come back. I'll next one. I'll be late. Don't worry. On commence à connaître Lisbonne grâce à tes vidéos, c'est très joli. Ah, ouais, vivement. Je vous offrirai un café avec plaisir. I'm working from home now, so I'm like at least watching at work. Because you can doesn't mean that you should. Exactly. So the thing is this. What was I saying? To give you an example, when the people who are for the respect and the protection of black lives say Black Lives Matter, we understand what they mean. It means stop killing them, us, or the Americans. But when somebody reply, all life matters, it is true. But all the lives are not endangered. So for this particular topic is the black lives that matter. But yes, the rest matter too. So your answer is interesting, but it doesn't add nothing to the conversation. But don't like these guys, they go at the people who say all lives, like, because saying that all lives matter now is a racist thing. When if you think about it, it's not. It's just that, yeah, inside of all lives, the black lives matter, but the Japanese ones too, and etc. But people cannot even have these conversations anymore because, like, the group of people who are, like I said, the group of people who are activists on the internet, they have a certain power and they use it sometimes in a bullish way. And you should always try to teach people instead of trying to destroy people because you have an opinion and this opinion is not the same as you. That's just my opinion. And I mean, personally, it took me a lot of time, maybe because I'm not American, to try to understand why the people who were saying all lives had a problem with the people saying black lives, where to me, I mean, one goes inside the other one. And then somebody said, yeah, listen, all do matter, true, but the ones that are being killed are the blacks. So the Black Lives Matter, and this is what we're talking about, and we don't disagree with that, but this is not an answer. But then the problem, because of all the noise, is that this become the one against the other, when actually both can coexist, in my opinion. But that's my opinion. The Americans or activists might come and say, no, you didn't understand it because this, and we can talk about it. As long as we talk about it and you explain to me why saying all lives is a problem. Because if and I'm just talking as in logic. If you think about logic, the fact that all lives matters is true. But this is not the matter. We are talking about a problem that is specific, that is the killing of black American people by the police. And I believe that maybe what this shows, and that was my conclusion to the whole debate, what this shows is maybe that the slogan was not the right one. Maybe the slogan should have been stop killing black lives, or something. Even if I understand, it's a great slogan, it's a great phrase, it's a great logo and stuff. As a marketer, as a businessman, this is a great phrase to say. But because it is vague, it doesn't say something specific, so people can come and contradict you with something. Whereas if you said stop killing blacks or something, I mean, it's less sexy, but all of a sudden it would have less discussion. Because if somebody comes and say no, keep killing them, you'd be like, yo, you see what I mean? But when somebody replies to you, yeah, all life matter too, You cannot come to these people and insult them as if they said something crazy. And that's when it becomes a battle of the semantics. And I believe that, to me, my conclusion is that this slogan is a mistake, because even if it's true, it leaves it open to a lot of, and it leaves it open to a lot of interpretation. To give you an example, like I said before, when black people die in, I said this, I was talking to a friend. I would say, yo, bro, listen, when black people die from a bombing in Africa, I don't see all the Black Lives Matter guys jump everywhere and make it a thing. A lot of people get killed by the police in Africa. And my friend answers me, replied to me, no, you don't understand. It's about white cops killing black people in America. And I was like, well, that's what I'm saying. This slogan is too vague. It doesn't. So, is this just American black lives? Because us African, we're like, yo, we had like millions of that. No, this is about this particular thing. So I want to be like, yo, okay, say something that has the police so that we know what you're talking about. But yes, the slogan would have been less sexy. So, but that conversation that I had with my friend who's an activist, it was very interesting because he understood what I said, but at the same time, he was explaining to me exactly what was the base of the movement. But then I was like, okay, so if it's about American people getting killed by the police, African American people getting killed by the police, so why are all the people in Europe chanting this slogan? When these people, they don't talk about us, they don't care about us, because in the end they're still Americans, and the Americans, they're in their bubble, even in their their despair in America, they are still very well compared. It's, yeah, I see what you mean, and I say, yeah, but it is what is interesting when you can have a conversation with somebody who's listening to you and who's not just like, no, you see what I mean? This is where you can have an interesting conversation with somebody, because they understand that you are not here to against that person. You are here to exchange, and you are here to say, well, listen, like, do you agree that you have some contradictions? And the person can tell you, yeah, I do agree that this is contradictory. And that's when it becomes interesting, is because then we can talk about the fact that when something happens in America or something happens in Paris, it felt like it happened in the world. Whereas if something happens in Benin, in DR Congo, it felt like it just happened in Benin, DR Congo, and the rest of the world don't care. And this is because the Americans have the control of all the media, the control of all the platforms, and they can create, they can dominate the news with their news. Whereas things happen in Portugal too, things happen in Iran too, but when it happens there, like, it seems like those lives, the life of the 8 million Muslims who've been dead because of terrorism, they matter less than the 100 lives that perished in France. It makes it seem, and this is an interesting conversation to have. And but some people, if you have a conversation with them about that, they will slap you straight with, oh, insensitivity, racist, anti whatever, boom, and the conversation is over. And let me see your comments. Can't wait to be home and have my comments on my big screen and not having to watch them on my phone. So, AJ, I have multiple cultures. Me too. So I see things from multiple perspectives. Me too. But one thing that's important for me to say is that it's not true that all Black Americans look at Africa or African, all originate from Africa, have different trauma depending on whether people stayed on the continent were taken to the Americans or Caribbeans, and unity is important. I always encourage us to look at each other not as a monolith. It's hard for an African to understand the trauma of an African American, and it's not evident for an African American to understand. True, the struggle of Africa. We have the same roots, and we just need to try to understand each other's realities and not think the other is automatically a certain way. Completely agree. Preach, my brother. I completely agree with what you said. Listen, and I'm gonna tell you one thing. There's a lot of difference even between the different diasporas, because if you go to French-speaking countries, Portuguese-speaking countries, Spanish-speaking countries, English-speaking countries, like all these makes different. Like you came to France, for example, if you were uh, if you were born in France, or if you came to France where you were 7 years old like me, or if you came to France where you were 20 years old, you are not the same person because you don't have the same. I believe that if you're born in France, you're French, and your mentality is of a French person of African descent. If you came like me when you were 7 years old, time to live a bit in Congo, and I lived 32 years in France, so I'm still more a French person than an African person in terms of mentality and culture. And mind you, inside of France, we have so many cultures that we mingle with, right? And if you came to France when you were 20 years old and you've already been used to being, I don't know, in Cameroon for your whole life, and you have the accent and everything, you arrive in France at 20 years for whatever university, whatever job, and then, yeah, you're going to have your Cameroonian ways, because they are already entrenched in you, and maybe in 10 years that will change, or like I still have a lot of French ways here in Portugal. There's a lot of things that the Portuguese don't really care about that I care about, like I don't know, like hello, meu amor.
Aqui, o pai fora.
Mami tá te esperando. Ah, mami foi. So, and that's true. Like, I don't believe that all the. Não, mami tá aqui. Mami tá lá embaixo.
Já viu?
Yeah.
Já viu, mami?
I believe that.
Tá aqui fora. Tá ficando.
Ciao. I don't believe that all Africans see all Americans together. That would be an oversimplification of things. But a lot of them don't know, and a lot of them have been learning, and a lot of Africans don't really know what American is, or what America is, or Europe. It's really a question of it's a question of individuality. You cannot just put everybody in one group and say they are like this or they are like that. So I agree completely with what you said. Hey, cousin Joel, how are you? You still at work? You watch the replay. Nice. Yeah, I mean, this is early ones. I will go back to normal schedule, which is like 4 hours from now when I get back to Lisbon Friday. So next Sunday it would be normal. Sorry for the long comment. No, I like it. Hey, listen. Club Shada is a comfort. Asha, não faça isso. Mirabella, that is true. We don't think in the same way according to your age. That's true. Each person, depending on when they arrive, they came with a baggage that is more or less heavy. And of course, they will, like, listen, I was 7 years old when I arrived in France. I mean, yeah, I have some memories and stuff, but come on, like, I remember when I arrived in France. I remember the cold. I remember, like, going to school there. I remember going, like, I mean, I was already in the rich kids, rich parents' kids school, so I was used to seeing some mami tá embaixo, meu amor. Tá embaixo também. Quer dizer, vai mami? So I remember, like, being in the school, and there was white kids because they were coming from what you mean, papi? No, papi tá ocupado, meu amor. So yeah, I remember being around white kids and Japanese kids because their parents were in Congo for business. But I also remember the change going from Asia. I also remember going from I also remember going from this to having only white kids and me in a Catholic school. I remember that too. You see what I mean? I remember this difference, and so this what made my multicultural. Because I was born in Congo, I lived in France, I lived in Portugal, I lived in Ivory Coast, I lived in South America, in Guyana. I traveled to a lot of countries. You asked me a question. I speak 7 languages or 10 languages. A lot of Creoles from different islands or different countries I understand. So this changes my, my perspective. Yeah, j'aime mon accent japonais, c'est vrai. Mais c'est pour ça aussi que j'aime le faire quand elle dort. Comme ça, j'ai pas à essayer de la contrôler. Tina, qual é a novela de hoje? Nós ontem vimos no Globo uma novela que se chama, é antigo, de 2001, que se chama O Clone. Vimos isso. Ai. Well, anyway. Yeah. Oh, a única mulher com minha amiga. Ok. Isso não para. Continua a única mulher. Ok. So, yeah, Anyway, listen. Because I'm not at home, I don't want to have long sessions, especially when this one here is hijacking the live. So I'm gonna call it a day. So in conclusion, I just want everybody to. I mean, I know you guys are not like that, but who knows? The takeaway from this is try to. The takeaway from this is really when you have an opinion, let it be challenged. Let it be challenged because you never know if you can be right for 20 years about something. You're wrong for 20 years about something. And you can just realize one day and it's okay, The thing is, if you are religious about your own opinions, what happens is that when you realize that you're wrong, then you tend to act like if you're not wrong because it hurts to realize that you're wrong. You see what I mean? So I really believe that the good way to act with all these things is to just say to yourself, well, listen, I have an opinion, that's an opinion, and is it, do I believe like the earth is round? Yeah, 100%. Can I be proven that it's flat? Hey, listen, who knows? You see what I mean? Spaceships go out of this planet and show us that it's round. But have I been a spaceship to see from myself that it's round? No. But I believe that it's round. But if someday somebody tells me, nah, actually it's just something that is like that, and we are in the Matrix, whatever, I'll be like, okay, because this is an extreme example, but whatever you believe for 20 years or more can be completely challenged by anything, or I don't know, we can all believe something. We can believe that our friend is a great person until he kills somebody. Just be ready and be Don't be scared to have your opinions challenged. It's very important. Ok, que foi, meu amor? Espera, vais fazer o teu show, daqui a nada. Hi, my guys. You are very dedicated. What up, cousin? You are very dedicated. Even when you are on vacation, you're still working. Respect myself for the Yes, cousin. I try to do a minimum, but I still do my minimum. Uh, yeah, ela quer fazer live. A menina é bonita. Sai o pai. Sim, verdade. Saí completamente eu. Dia, próximo live, vou mostrar uma foto de eu, menina e ela. Kaysha, vem falar. O que é que tu tens para dizer? Olá.
Olá.
Tudo bem?
Tudo bem?
O que é que estás a fazer? Ok. Vamos começar. Agora é Kaysha.
Que lindo.
And now she's gone. You see, women, they want something. When you give it to them, boom. That's the way they are. I'm gonna do a whole show about women, but I'm gonna call 2 women there to fight with me. But yeah, this is women in a nutshell. They want something. They want something. You give it to them. Poof, even at 3 years old. Lucky me, I've been with a lot of psychos, so I know how you girls work. Anyway, it was a pleasure. Thank you, AJ. Thank you everybody who's been there. I don't know yet how many people were there. I have to finish the live. I think it was a little less people because it was very early this time. But it's good to have a change. Maybe we have some new people. Listen, if you are not yet a member of this channel, I want you to first. The wind is doing this. I want you to first put a like, subscribe to this channel, click on the notification bell and put all so you can see, so you can have a notification every time I put a new video. This program normally is at night for me in Portugal, so usually around between midnight and 1 a.m. Lisbon time. So it's at night for the people who are in Europe, and in the afternoon or in the evening for those who are in America, and probably early morning for those who are in Thailand. Make sure you put a like on this video. So it's very simple. You go here, you see, you remove the chat like this, right? And you put a like here, boom, like, you put a like, and you go here, you put subscribe, and then you click the notification bell. You have to do this. So as always, my name is Kaysha. It's always a pleasure to have you guys and to have a great conversation with you. Don't forget to support this channel by leaving a super chat whenever you can, or go to the link down below to give a donation if you can or if you want, or as always, you can go to Apple Music or in Spotify and listen to a few of my songs or an album. This works too. It's always a pleasure to be with you guys. Matt Music, you late. I mean, nah, you early actually. It's me. Nah, you on time. I mean, nah, we are too early. It's me who's early, so it's like it's my fault. Don't worry. Sunday, I'm gonna be at the normal time, unless I come back tomorrow. Who knows? Because I mean, I'm on holiday. I have nothing to do. I might come back tomorrow, or no, to Friday. I'm taking the train back to Lisbon, so yeah, I might come back tomorrow. Who knows? But if I come back tomorrow, it's gonna be at night, like on my real night time. Maybe from my bed. I'm gonna do like a club Shada from the bed, and maybe I will have a guest or something. I'll try that. That would be fun. Anyway, always a pleasure to have you guys. I want to give a shout out to everybody that was there from the Shada gang, and make sure, as always, that your opinions are never religiously held close to your heart. Let them be challenged, and let people, enrich your brain and your intelligence by listening to different opinions around the world and form an opinion after that, and try to not always walk with people who talk exactly the same as you. Tina, aproveita a tua novela de hoje. Acho que hoje nós vamos de novo ver o clone. Minha mulher não gosta de novelas portuguesas, ela prefere novelas em brasileiras. Eu prefiro novelas coreanas, dramas. Anyway, this was Club Shada. Always a pleasure having you guys. Lots of love for you. Do this. Boom. Boom. Yeah. Always a pleasure having you guys. Sending everybody a lot of love. And it's starting to be cold, so before I get sick, I'm gonna get back in. As always, my name is. Wait a minute. Oops. Yeah. As always, my name is Kay. This is Club Shada, and if I put my finger there. Sorry, I'm doing disaster things here. Yeah. So yeah, I'm gonna enjoy a little bit of this beautiful house and this view. Oh, it doesn't work when I change camera? Oh yeah, because of the cover. Yeah, look at this. Look at this view. Ain't that beautiful? I'm gonna pick up in a limo. I'm gonna pick you up in a limo. Ah, I like that. Whose palace is that? That's a friend of mine. I've just been renting it with my whole family. Look at the mess these girls are doing. Oh my god. So I'm gonna go to my bedroom. Yeah. Listen. Let me close the blinds. There you go. So tomorrow, if I do a club shot at night, maybe I'll just be from here. But this is, yeah. Maybe I'll just do it from here, from the bedroom, or maybe I'll do it from the bed. I'll just be there talking. Who knows? We'll see. We'll see how I feel tomorrow. Anyway, I'm gonna enjoy this house. I will put a vlog that I've been filming with my. This is what I film Club Shada with normally. It's plugged live to my computer, but so I'm using it as a vlog camera. I'll probably, so if you're on my Instagram, you can see a few of our picture of our vacation. It really feels good to be on vacation and to be able to rest and take some me time, not work. I'm a workaholic, so of course I cannot not work at all. I check my emails. I do Club Shada, but other than that, I'm really not doing anything. I'm just on my minimum, but I cannot not work. Like, this would be horrible. I hope when I go to Thailand in a bit, I'm gonna go to Thailand, and when I go to Miami, I'm gonna be able to do Club Shada too, because yeah. But I mean, as long as I have an iPad and a good internet connection, I guess that's all I need, right? Anyway, my guys, it's always a pleasure to be part of the gang. Don't forget to go to, let me put it in the comments, shadaware.com to get a few of our
beautiful things. I've been promising Shada wear, Shada gang attire for some time, and I didn't have time yet, but I'm I'm telling you, it's coming. We have a lot of new face masks that you can go check out in the store. Other than that, it's always a pleasure to be around you guys, and I will make sure that I see you guys either tomorrow night. If you don't see me tomorrow night, maybe it means that I went to take a drink, and finally I'm not live unless I come at 1 a.m. and I go live. Who knows? I'm on holiday, so I'm taking it easy. We will return to our original programming Sunday. Sunday we will do listening session of my album number 5, Legendary. That's gonna be fun. All right, my guys. So it's a pleasure. Lots of love to all of you. Mac Music, Ellis, Kelina, Keki Media, CV Beats, Tina, AJ. Who else? Yeah, guess that's it. Now there were some more people. Redune, who was there in the beginning? Vanda, Captain Enoch, and everybody who's been there. Maishki Zomba, you know, it's always a pleasure to be around you guys. Just like Tina, show some love in the comment. Put a lot of hearts. Put a lot of hearts in the comments, and I will see you again in a few. One love. Bless.